Simon, a return to winning ways on Sunday in the Betfred Championship as we had a really good second half comeback against Batley. Are you pleased with the resilience your side showed after a tough night at Widnes the week before?
Yeah, obviously Monday wasn't nice. A lot of things went against us, but we're architects of our own demise as well to a degree. But to get back and get 2 points on the board against a very tough Batley team was good. And yeah, we showed some toughness and togetherness, which I think has been lacking at times. It wasn't perfect by any means, but Batley are a really good team. I think that was probably missed because the win, we came from behind, and the win was not by 40 points. It was still a good win. And we'd take a 20-16 against Batley at any other time, so there's no reason why we shouldn't take it now.
When you're arguably struggling at times, are those more pleasing, those wins, to come out and really sort of grind a victory from the jaws of defeat, so to speak?
Try my best to enjoy every win, Faz, to be honest, but the jaws of defeat, I don't know, I don't go along with that either. I think we were down on the scoreboard at half time, but I thought we earned our way back in, and the sort of message at half time was if we can make this game set for set, not Batley set, error when we get the ball. If we make it tit for tat for a bit, we'll take some energy away and we'll get some joy. And just that happened, really. I thought we just got probably four sets or so each we knocked off in a row, and then we started to gain the ascendancy and then the try came off back of it. So I thought we earned the win in the end, but as I say, it wasn't perfect. I think there's areas we definitely need to be better at, and Batley could have exposed us on a different day, but I also think Batley were and probably still are now in a very similar situation to us, where confidence is a little bit low and things aren't going right for them at the moment. But 6-8 weeks from now, I think we'll see a different looking Batley, where hopefully we might be starting our change now.
And it was a real sort of arm wrestle in the middle of the field with the forwards of both sides going head to head, but it was the back three of the Panthers that really stood out. James Woodburn-Hall and the two wingers really putting in good performances. What did you make of their contributions? Yeah,
I think the game lent itself to them doing a lot of work because we didn't defend particularly well with enough sting or not enough simultaneous tackles, which meant for really quick rucks, which took the energy away from our forwards. And there are them times, you don't want them to be as often as it was at the weekend, there are times where you need your backs to stand up and put a shift in. And I think Salty did what Salty normally does, to be honest. Woody's gained a good level of consistency over the last couple of years, and Loughlin's he's improving all the time, as we expected him to. He can do all the flash stuff, but he's getting a lot of the ugly stuff now. He's got a hunger for it. He loves playing for this club, and I think that definitely showed in their performance. They all put a good shift in. Not only them, I thought Jake was much improved, and I thought Zach come back in and did a really good job as well. So if you looked at it metre wise, I think the backs smashed all that for us this week. Forwards not so much in that department. So a bit of a challenge there. It's never a backs versus forwards thing, but forwards have got a bit to do to make the same sort of dent that the backs are making at present.
And it's good to get that win then moving into Challenge Cup weekend. Cup games are always a little bit of a different sort of feel to them, because with it being knockout rugby, we travel to Featherstone Rovers on Sunday. It's a televised game. It's a battle of rivals. It's it's a chance to progress in a competition that we've maybe struggled in recent years. What are you hoping to get out of Sunday's game?
Build on the Batley game, Faz, to be honest. We result wise, that will be what it'll be. For us, it's about getting better every week, and I know we're judged on the result, and it's cup rugby, so when you lose, you're out, which isn't ideal. But look, I think it's a tough draw. We didn't do ourselves justice last time, and there's some really obvious lessons in there around discipline and looking after the ball, which the weather being how it is, that's what we'll go to Fev with the mentality of this week. Complete and compete and see where it takes us. I stick with what I've said in the past about the better teams of the Championship. They don't get tested weekly. They got a good test on Monday off the Bulls, and I do think if you can stick with them long enough in certain areas of the game, you end up getting a chance. But we didn't do that last time, so hopefully we can build on that little bit of confidence we picked up against Batley and go put our best foot forward. It's probably going to be a bit messy and sloppy underfoot, so there'll be a little bit of a little bit more than usual to contend with us, I think, for both sides. But definitely looking forward to it. And when you're not in your best form, you can't wait for the next game to come around. So we're definitely looking forward to Sunday.
You mentioned the weather. Obviously, there's been quite a lot of snow this week in the Calderdale area. How's that affected your preparations for Sunday's game?
Oh, massively. I think I made a bit of a joke of it last week where we had 4 hours on field, say, to fix all our problems. It's difficult to do. That's why we have to just stick in there and focus on them performances. And it'll be very similar this week. Less than that, I'd imagine. Tuesday, bit of an issue. Floodlights, not ideal. We couldn't get on the pitch, but Tuesday, not end of the world. It's not the night to do a load of work anyway. That's more your reflect and recover night. But then the snow. For anyone that's not in Calderdale at the minute, it's probably about a foot deep, I'd imagine, most places. The roads are not too bad, but obviously sporting facilities, pitches, 3G pitches, they're not clearing anytime soon. So we'll make the best with what we've got. Certainly get plenty of ball through the lads' hands and just crack on with it. Really, I think it's more probably of a mental rehearsal than it is a physical one for us this week.
And with it being a cup game, obviously, saying we're going there with nothing to lose, a little bit of less preparation than would be ideal, so to speak. Is there? I suppose it's a perfect time to play in the cup. Then, would you say, like rather than it being a league game where those 2 points can have a massive ramification down the road, it's a good time to sort of just throw caution to the wind and try and play some rugby. I know you said it's going to be sloppy conditions and such, but maybe a simple game plan and just really go out there and just sort of try to throw everything you can at Fev.
I think we try to do that every week, Rick, so I don't think that being a cup makes it any different.
But just with the lack of preparations?
Yeah, I think it just is what it is. If this were a league game this week, it is what it is. A lot of it's, this weather and I think when I was at Warrington, they were lucky enough to have a big indoor barn, a facility where you could train indoor and get quite a bit done. Not everyone's got that, so again, it is what it is. We make the best of what we've got, as we do at the best of times, like everyone else does. Make the best of what we have, make the best of the time we have together, and make sure we prepare as best we can based on what we can do. So, as I said, I think it's more of a physical prep than a mental prep than it is a physical one, and we'll make sure we're all understanding of what our roles are and what we need to do, and how we're going to try to go about our business. That's all we can do.
You had some personal success in the Challenge Cup, I believe. Made a couple of finals. I think won a couple of finals. What does the Challenge Cup mean to you as a coach, and what did it mean to you as a player?
Heartache as a player. I didn't manage to make the finals. I was in amongst and in between injuries and illness and bits. But really good days to see your mates go well, which was it's an hard feeling at the time, but when it sort of sits in, it's nice to be part of, I suppose, big events like that. But as a coach, we've got some nice memories, I suppose. In recent times, we had a couple of good games in the cup, and at that time in 2019, when we got to the semi, we had a few good wins along the way there, and that was a really nice break, if you like, from the week to week where things weren't going too well from day dot of that season, to be honest. But yeah, it's a fresh competition. On the whole, it's a great competition, bringing in all the sides from the lower leagues and giving them an opportunity and whatnot. The formatting has changed somewhat in recent times, but I think the Challenge Cup still does have have that special thing that everyone still has a dream, don't they? And they love to have a good run in it. So yeah, no different for us this week.